welcome back. It's Frankie Boyer, and we are now joined by the founder and president of No Sweat Life, which is an innovative, environmentally conscious brand of fitness products. Because as a mom, and Kendra, it's so nice to have you with us. Kendra Dorsum, nice to have you with us.
Thanks so much for having me, Frankie.
So tell us how this company came about, because you have built this company about teaching moms, teaching children, and being able to do good things for the environment at the same time of taking care of yourself.
Right, Frankie. Really,
as we hear the baby in the background, it's so cute.
Right. You'll have to excuse me. I'm on vacation this week. It's not typically this organic, but the business really started as a result of my practice of yoga. I've always been an entrepreneur, but I saw an opportunity when I started really practicing a very vigorous, athletic style of yoga, and noticed that, a lot of the stuff really smelled awful at the studios. And so it was a unique opportunity in that I was able to start a business in an environment that I really loved and understood well. The environmental aspects obviously are critical in cleaning and really speak to the way that healthy people want to live anyways. So I do think that, the brand obviously reflects your own personal values. And that's what we've tried to do.
So tell me about this product, because I agree with you. I mean, it's so, when you get the mats it's just so disgusting sometimes.
Right. So really the differentiating factor is that it's an antibacterial product. We can't, tout that necessarily on the packaging. There are restrictions around that and so forth. But the enzyme-based formula really eats oil-based soluble, so sweat, urine, all the wonderful body-created things, which is actually very healthy, and it's a wonderful thing for your skin and so forth. But it leaves things smelling a little bit rank or worse, not just in yoga, but in many sports. So the formula for our sort of initial and most popular product is an enzyme-based formula that really eats bacteria and consequently gets rid of the smell. Yeah.
How good for you to do that. That's awesome. So this lifestyle that you now practice, how do you get the kids today, and how do you incorporate a family practice where you have to put down the handhelds and the devices and really and truly give the kids an opportunity to try being physical and doing other things? Yeah,
and you hit on probably the most important point. I do get asked often as an entrepreneur what some lessons that I'm trying to parlay to my own children might be that are different than others. And I think, there are several, but yoga really, and all of the sort of mind-body sports like dance, like martial arts and so forth, teach that mindfulness and focus, whether they're super vigorous or more meditative, they do teach the development of mental focus and clarity. And particularly in the hyper-stimulated instant sort of gratification world that we live in now, kids are being inundated with messaging, and to the extent that you can help them try to pare down, and in my case I try to make them specialize earlier and not be overprogrammed and choose the things that they really want to do so that they can have the time to really learn a skill and master a skill and sit with and appreciate the subtleties of learning how to do a few things well rather than being sort of a generalist.
Yeah. And being an entrepreneur, this must be a great lesson for your kids to see that you can create a product, that you created a product, and that you're successful at doing it. What a great role model you are.
Well, I mean, I think, parenting is the great equalizer, that's for sure. So my judge and jury of 3 are deliberating, and they'll get back to you in the next, 15 to 20 years. But but I do think, most entrepreneurs are exceptionally resourceful. Most businesses start on a shoestring, and entrepreneurs have to be the masters of making a silk purse out of a sow's ear. So, teaching your kids to be adaptable in many environments. A lot of my best business ideas were not actually necessarily the ones that I thought would be the most successful. And so, I think teaching adaptability and resourcefulness, and really the ability to listen, and that is sort of ties very well into the theme of mindfulness, are important lessons for sure for my kids.
And so the product lines, the product line that you have created, so you now do headbands and yoga mats and towels and very fun things that you're doing.
Well, yoga is becoming, and I don't even want to say becoming anymore. It's very mainstream. I think it's sort of well known now that it's the type of activity that can be practiced really at any age. And there are many different kinds. Not all are relaxing and meditative, which is sort of the connotation that the practice had initially. It's especially as we have, a graying generation, people are looking for things that are better for their joints, and they can practice over the long term. So we continue to develop our yoga specific line, all using sustainable materials. And we are also expanding our specialty cleaners. So that is what will be coming forward in the next 2015, 2016, as we move sort of more into the grocery realm, as opposed to just exclusively, in fitness facilities and yoga facilities and so forth.
Oh, that's awesome. Because I think that, the skin is the largest organ in the body, and if you're exposing your skin to products that are toxic, it eventually... I just went nuts. I was in a friend's car yesterday, and she had one of those evergreen trees hanging, and I just said, What? What are you doing? Get this out of the car now. Oh my gosh.
And I think, there's just there's just so much more awareness.
What's the best website, Kendra, for the products?
People can check us out at nosweatlife.com, and we have a blog certainly that focuses on our brand philosophy and so forth, and then all of the products that are available there.
Awesome. Well. Thank you so much for being with us.
And thanks for having me, Frankie.
And we'll be right back. This is Frankie Boyer, and you are listening to us on Biz Talk Radio. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.